Hello and welcome to another Mrreeeee guide. I usually say quick guide and I forget that I'm not doing a quick guide, I'm just doing a guide. Now, it's my job as an alpha content creator to give you an understanding of some of the class designs, changes, whatever's coming out right now in the alpha to help guides Blizzard's decision of what their players want to see. That's my goal. Now, I am a Mythic Raider. I am an Evoker player. Woohoo! So I have some experience on Org. My goal is to take you, the person who is experienced in the game. I am not one of the top tier players. I'm an average Joe who plays all forms of content World of Warcraft, and I'm going to give you my just breakdown. We'll look at the development notes, we'll look at how it plays, and it gives you an opportunity to view, comment, challenge, and discover, and as we navigate our way through the alpha to create the midnight we want to see. So, let's start like I start all these videos. The developer notes, and God, I'm ready to make this Augmentation Evoker short. It's going to be a doozy. The goal of these changes is to simplify, word of the day, Ebonmite targeting and raid environments. Since it now applies to all members of the raid, there's no need to micromanage who it should go on. So they've now said that, it's buffing everybody, baby. There will still be some management gameplay with prescience, which will continue to have a smart targeting option for those who do not want to swap targets between enemies and allies. So you don't even have to target it. You can just press your buttons, do the rotation. It should make raid gameplay much smoother and simpler to dungeon gameplay. Guys, Org's returning, everybody. Org's actually been there in this season 3. Performing. We've seen the performance. It wasn't as dominant because they had removed it and only made it for DB. Now it's targeting everybody. We could be back to where it was, where it's in every sense of dungeon and raid. Is that a bad thing? I'm sure people right now are like, no! And other people are like, yes! So this is a real controversial one. Now, let's have a look what happens. So Apex talents have been decided. It's called Duplicate, which is really cool. So your Breath of Aeon summons a version of you from the future to assist you in battle, lasting 20 seconds. Your duplicate casts Eruption and Power Spells and Living Flame. Okay. Anytime you extend Ebonmite, your duplicate is also extended, equal to 50% of the amount you extend. While your duplicate is active, your Ebonmite is 100% more effective, and Upheaval and Eruption deal 25% increase more damage. So, do the normal rotation. This dude appears, he doubles your damage. It really just affects the sim. Cool. Clairvoyant, modes of possibility may now grant prescience to allies and have a 10% increased chance to activate. That's cool. I wonder if that, so that you can get more presciences out. Regenerative Chitin has been redesigned. Blistering Scales no longer loses charges and deals 20% more damage. Okay. Ebon now grants 8% primary stat, was 5%. Oh boy, they're buffing them. Ebonmite is now applied to all damage dealing allies within 100 yards. Ebonmite now splits its effect when applied to 2 or more other allies and is no longer as limited to a maximum of 2 applications. Okay. Is to more than 2 allies. And the Breath of Aeon's debuff Temporal Wound is now visible to all allies and indicates how much damage accumulates on the Aura Tooltip. Okay, that's interesting. Temporal Wound now reduces its effect when Ebonmite is applied to 2 or more allies. Breath of Aeons accumulates 15% of damage. Defy Fate healing increased by 100%. Molten Blood absorption increased by 30%. Inferno's Blessing now only targets you and one only by ally. New Visual Flame Sprite to represent the blessing. Ignition Rush has been relocated to Rockfall's location, increasing damage of Eruption by 20, and Rockfall has been removed. So it doesn't look much about much being removed here for Org. So let's have a look right now at the talent tree. We've also got Scale Commander and Chrono Warden. Chrono Warden really building around the Living Flame, more damage to Living Flame, more chances to throw Living Flame. The stuff around reducing your tips to scales, upheaval damage, longer prescience, Threads of Fate, some echoing, tip to scales, and then you've got Scale Commander, which is power spells do next eruption strike 3 additional targets. Eruption damage and miss more damage to eruption. Buffs to eruption. You can now move with your Breath of Eons. It deals more damage for your Breath of Eons. Bombardments come out and they do some damage. Black spells damage increase. So I guess really around here is like it's going to be a sim between, I guess, which one sims better in damage wise. I don't think any playstyle changes much, which is kind of a bit yucky, right? You kind of like, I guess here you get to move your breath. Woo! So like if you're into that, Otherwise, you don't. Okay, here are the talent trees. We got this Echo, which there's not much change with the class, except now it's hella busted. So let's say we're going to throw out our Living Flame here. We have our Blistering Scales. It's going to sit on me. I've run it with the talent that non-consume. I don't know where this one... Here, this one. Regenerative. So I talented that. It should not give it stacks. I'll have to reapply it, I think. So there's an option of one when it casts, Blistering Scales grants a target a shield that absorbs damage for 31.4 seconds based on the missing health. And this one does more damage. So it just sit on me? Wow. Doesn't consume, it just sits there. So it makes the game even easier, right? So we do this. We're going to go into an Ebon Might. We're then going to fly. Oh, look at that. And now I just like do my thing. Upheaval. Out of breath. Spam some eruption. Look, there's my little Echo. Here are my bombardment guys coming in. Woo! Woo! Everyone's doing crazy damage. I'm just like eruption spamming. Here we go. Living Flame. Back to my eruption. I'm still, my Ebon Might's still running. So I'll put a new reapply it again. A Living Flame. Like, what a rotation. Ugh. Simple. I mean, it was always simple. I mean, there's just nothing really here that's crazy for this class, right? I think the question of an org has always been like, you know, they do too much buffing and you have to take them because of their buff, right? I guess there's no discussion here around like originally the versatility. It's just giving main stat. Temporal Wound. So it does, I guess they've tried to stop with temporal wound damage reduced by 15 for more to in raid. So the temporal wound damage is less because of raid, and so the others, and then it does maximum in dungeon, which is like a cool take. And then you have Chrono Warden. Great. No more changes here, except I don't get the cool dragons that fly around. So again, we go here. We'll fly. There we go. I get a cool blink. Breath. We'll send the eruptions. Look at that. What a class. You know what I mean? Oh, he's doing like a mass eruption, dude. I didn't do that. That's crazy. So now I guess get these cool, I guess, living flames that just do shoot out from me. But again, like what is the difference here? One, big chrono flames. One, I move around my breath. That doesn't feel as heroic. I think the duplicate is cool. I'm hoping the duplicate doesn't spawn like in the melee and it spawns next to you. I think it's random. It's spawning that close. I think these guys, if it's buffing the whole raid, these guys are going to be the top class again. I mean, everybody getting main stat, unless we do very low damage, I just don't see how they're not taken. And I mean, the flip side to this is they, instead of making it, you know, making it all, it's much easier to nerf. So, yeah, what a class. I mean, does there not much has changed with this class, it's just a point, it's just that it's now better. So I guess from you people that were stuck playing dev this season, Org's back, baby. I've been Mrreeeee, and I hope you enjoyed this video.